Namaste, everyone, and welcome back to Waking Up with Mindful Serenity Yoga. And I'm Nancy. And I guess what I want to address today is something that was recently brought to my attention about me possibly being a wannabe social influencer. And I guess I want to talk about my lack of need for social influence right now. And it is not my intention to offend anyone by saying this, but I don't need to influence society other than to maybe live by an example of what I believe to be true without trying to promote this me that is the person you see here talking to you, this body and mind, this personality, protective personality, as Dr. Sue Morter would say. The masquerading self, as Yogananda would say, the psyche, as a psychologist might say, and as the me, as I tend to say. This is not about me and me being promoted as this thing that people like. I don't need numbers. I don't need a lot of clicks on this page. I don't need a lot of subscribers. I'm very, very grateful to the 45 subscribers that I have. That is much more than I ever thought I would get or ever intended to get. And I appreciate you immensely, especially if you're here for wholesome reasons and you're actually getting what you need from these videos. Not what you need, maybe, but maybe are you connecting to somebody that has the like mind. And that's what a satsang is all about, connecting with people who have the same motivation and internal initiative. I guess that would be to find the self, to self-realize and find what's really important. And that thing that is really important, of course, is not the person talking right now, or the body that this person is in, or the mind this person uses, or the words or concepts this person uses to impress or to whatever. What's really important is the essence of who we are. And this thing, this psyche, this person talking to you right now, that you may click on and say you like, you might give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and you may even comment, or you may subscribe to. This person you're subscribing to is not important to me at all, and therefore you're liking this person, though I still have an ego, don't get me wrong, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't, and sure it hurts and it stings and stuff when people don't like you, but it's not that important to me. I realize what is truly important at this age, and I'm seeking that, and that is why I'm here. I am sharing, yes, and I'm sharing with the intention basically of just living on this compulsion, living out this compulsion that I feel that I need to share. When I don't share here, I feel like I'm not gonna have any peace until I do. I guess that's how big this compulsion is to share here. It's quite a naggy little thing, and I know it's coming from the deepest part of myself, so I try my best now to listen to that part of myself. So that is what brings me here. It is not a desire to gain likes or to gain a following or a readership for my blog. It's simply a way of me expressing the process of this true self coming through as it's coming through. And I think it's something we all share, all have the ability to experience. And so it's like, yeah, we're all human, and we all have this ability to find what's truly important. So why wouldn't I share? Why wouldn't I share my experience if it helps another going through it, or if it inspires somebody else to go through it? So it's that part of me that's here. And though I still have a big fat ego, and it often gets in the way. Like sometimes I just caught myself the other day talking a certain way and making sure when I was writing an email to somebody that it sounded a certain way. Then when I wrote an email to somebody else, instead of having that same authentic use of words that represented who I was, I found myself dumbing it down and being different. And when I caught myself doing that, I said, I still have some work to do. And that kind of inspired me a bit to come here. And there were other reasons, that, like comments made, that brought me here as well. to explain that I am not a social influencer, nor do I have any intention of being one. And I don't want to offend those who are social influencers, who identify as social influencers. If you're using this medium, whether it be in written form or video form, to reach people and to share something that's wholesome and something that's going to benefit humanity, my goodness, I am so... And I'm not judging even if you're not. I'm just saying, because I don't tend to even follow anybody or to watch a lot of... There's a few teachers that I'll watch that use this platform as well, but otherwise I am not, following YouTubes, and I'm not even aware of the other mediums that are out there. The kids, I know there's Twitter and there's Instagram and those things, but I am not familiar with all that. I just chose this medium because it was here. It was the first platform I came onto many years ago, and I said, yeah, I felt compelled. And then the videos came just a few years ago. Did I come to this platform to actually videotape myself speaking? So it is for me, for this human that is growing, I guess, and for that being that's beneath the human trying to emerge. Those are the reasons why I do this. And so hopefully it will touch the beings in you in a positive way. But whether or not you like me, whether or not I'm influence you, is not something I put a lot of attention on. It is not about me. Nor am I channeling anything, any great message or anything when I come here. I'm not saying I'm channeling. I mean, the message I do believe is everything. And that has to speak for itself. And there can't be any ego in the way. And my ego still steps in from time to time. And yeah, you could put a nasty comment on my thing and I may initially react to it. I say, oh, that hurts. Or you may put a positive comment on my on this or my blog, and I may, great, that's great. And I might get a little swollen head for 2 minutes. But then I've been ego watching my own ego, and I know when it gets inflated that it's not what I want. And I know when it gets deflated that that's not what I want or need either. Because it's not about the ego. We have to get along with our egos, and we don't want to trample down the self with self, as Michael Singer would say in his translation of the Gita. But I don't want this. If anything, I don't want this me to be stroked. I don't want this me to be in the picture at all. I'm just hoping you're listening to what I have to say and the message that seems so important to my personal development, and I assume personal development of many other humans on this planet as well, because I am definitely not coming up with any new information. It's stuff that's always been inside all of us, and that other people are sharing and teaching in a much better way than I ever could. So I'm just here doing what I feel compelled to do. I'm not trying to influence you, and I'm not trying to promote myself. If anything, I'm trying to push this self that you see with a little s in the background, and I want something a little bit deeper and wiser and higher to come out, because that is the person. Not the person. That is the beingness that I want running my life now. And that's what I want for you as well, to have that beingness running your life, whoever you may be. So thank you very much, subscribers, for subscribing, and I do hope that you are getting something from this, that it's clicking the wisdom that's in you, that's resonating with that wisdom, and that you can see beyond any superficial need that my remaining ego, if it's still here, might have by doing these things to what's really important, and that's the truth. So that being said, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you understand, and I'm not offended by being called a social media wannabe. That's perfectly okay. That is a question, if I am and if I'm not, and I can assure you that I am not. I'm hoping anyway that my reasons for doing this are much deeper than that. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. Namaste.